Well, good morning to everyone, and let me welcome you to Alabama State University. It is truly a great time to be a Hornet. Today, we will make an announcement that is important not only for this institution, but for the entire Montgomery community. As you know, Alabama State University has been on the forefront of fighting and mitigating the spread of COVID-19, partnering with the Alabama Department of Health as well as the Montgomery Housing Authority, not only to provide opportunity for our students, faculty, staff, and alumni to be tested on this campus, but we also have been designated as a vaccination administration site. So today we're here for a very unique partnership. As a former public school employee, former teacher, former principal, I know how important it is that our students are in the classroom, but we also have to find a way to safely open our public schools. Today I'm proud to announce the partnership with the Montgomery Public School System. We will provide vaccinations for over 800 teachers and public school employees here in Montgomery County to help them in their quest to reopen schools. We know that our students are now virtual, but we know as educators that it's important that they have that up close and personal touch. And in order to assist them in this endeavor, we have partnered further with the Alabama Department of Health as well as Montgomery Public Schools to provide this opportunity for instructors as well as employees of Montgomery County Public Schools to be vaccinated here at Alabama State University. Today I have joining me, and it is my honor, we have the Superintendent of Montgomery Public Schools, Dr. Roy Moore. We also have joining us here at Alabama State University those who helped facilitate this partnership, the Alabama Education Association, Mr. Theron Stokes. We also have joining us a member of our Board of Trustees, Mr. Delbert, Madison. And I would like to bring first to the podium our superstar, the individual that has facilitated and made this possible here at Alabama State University, and that's none other than Dr. Joyce Loyd Davis, who is our health officer here on this campus, and she will give you more about this partnership. Thank you.
Thank you. This partnership is going to be an awesome venture with Montgomery Public School Systems. It is paramount that we vaccinate individuals in our community so that we ultimately can create the herd immunity. With that being said, to be able to give over 800 vaccines is a wonderful start in the Montgomery Public School Systems towards reaching that goal. We have an operation here on campus where we are able to provide the Moderna vaccine and now the Pfizer vaccine. So having both vaccines on campus is huge for our campus, for the community, and for us being able to make these huge pivots so that we can help create a safer community and a safer environment. My staff, my team, we're excited to be a part of that. Under the leadership of Dr. Ross, this has been an excellent project, and so I'm just happy to be a part of it and happy to make such an impact in our community, and super excited about the partnership with Montgomery Public School Systems. Thank you.
And now we will hear from Montgomery Public School Superintendent Dr. Roy Moore.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ross. I'm Ann Moore with MPS, and I want to say to everyone here how much we appreciate the ability to partner with the ASU institution to make sure that some of our folks who are very nervous about returning to work, that they can get their vaccine. And it's been a long road. We've worked through many, many avenues. This is the first one where we have been able to actually say we have a designated amount of the vaccine available to our employees. That will be teachers, administrators, bus drivers, CNP workers, anybody who works for the school system. And we have about 4,500 people who actually work for the school system. But it's interesting because young children and older children will often send me an email or a text and say, we're ready to come back to school. And I take that seriously because they know what they need. Our teachers also want to return, but they want to return safely. So with this partnership, being able to get a vaccine, designated for our employees. It's a wonderful sort of thing that has happened here. And we are so appreciative of Dr. Ross and all of his team, those folks who helped make this happen. So thank you again very much. We're going to be making sure that our people get the connections that they need in order to come out and take full benefit of this partnership. So thank you again so much, Dr. Ross, and everyone who works with you. AEA as well.
Thank you. And now we will hear from Attorney Theron Stokes from the Alabama Education Association.
Thank you, Dr. Ross. We say a great appreciation to Dr. Ross as president of ASU, and also to the board of directors of ASU for always standing up and being first to do what is best for this community and also this state. I'd like to tell you that I am a proud graduate of ASU. I like to claim that the black and gold in which we wear is not just for our colors, but for the impact we have on students and also this nation. The day is a great day. No doubt, AEA have pushed the educators in the state of Alabama be pushed up the list to receive the vaccinations. Now, as a result of that, one of the big things we had to focus on was Montgomery County in the situation in which they were involved in, with educators dying. And we thank Dr. Moore for standing up and saying that that was enough and that something had to be done. And as AEA pushed, not just for Montgomery, but for statewide, that educators, all educators in this state, be moved up to receive the vaccinations. This day, Montgomery Public Schools will be a focal point on what we can do when we work together. With ASU standing where it's always stood and being the forefront of leading in education, we like to say this is a great partnership to be able to work together to make sure that educators be protected, because the only way students can be protected is to make sure that the employees that are working in the school system, that are not only sacrificing for themselves, but for the students in which they serve. So the day is a great day. We take privilege. I have with me Mr. Sean Ross and also Mr. Lynn Petway, who works with the Montgomery Public School System educators. Today we feel like we have come here with a chance to tell you how much we appreciate ASU for doing what it is doing for educators and the students in the Montgomery Public Schools. And we'd like to say thank you.
Now we have Trustee Delbert Madison, if you'd like to say a few words.
Good morning. I would just like to say thank you so much for this partnership. One of the things I was thinking about is that we're going to be able to protect the community even more, get our children back in school, and we just want to say thank you to everybody who's been involved in this process, and especially a big thank you to our leader, Dr. Ross, and the work that he's doing. And I will end on this note: we are better together. Thank you so much.
Thank you all so much. And we want to be clear, and Dr. Davis, you may want to expound on this. This vaccination for our Montgomery Public School employees is dedicated. This will be infused into the normal operations of our testing, as well as vaccination of the community. But Montgomery Public Schools will be a priority, and they will have a designated day where only they will be on this campus to be vaccinated.
Absolutely, Dr. Ross. We have been administering the Moderna vaccine for over a month now to our staff, our faculty, and in a partnership with the Montgomery Housing Authority. That vaccine is designated as well. But the Montgomery Public School System does have a designated stock of vaccine through the Pfizer vaccine that we will be administering specifically to them. And they will continue, as long as we're able to receive the vaccine, we will continue with the designated day for those individuals to become vaccinated. So we are hoping to have a long-term partnership as our partnership continues with the Alabama Department of Public Health, and we are able to receive the vaccine on campus in our health services, then we will continue to administer the vaccine. This is not a short-term, this is a long-term partnership that we want to have with this entity and with others so that we can, again, create the ultimate goal, which is the herd immunity for our community so that we can all live safely here in the community together.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our formal news conference. If there are any questions from the news media, Brian?
Question for Dr. Ross. Really two questions. First of all, is it going to take place here on Thursday?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What time?
In this location, and of course, there's a specific link that has been developed for only Montgomery public school employees that they will fill out and make an appointment, so everyone will get the opportunity. Anyone who wants the vaccine on Thursday will be able to get it, and they would get it here at Lockhart beginning around 10:30.
Okay. Logistically, can you walk us through, if you can, what happened behind the scenes in order for ASU to get to the top of the world to make this happen?
Well, if I tell you all my secrets, it might not happen again. So but no, really, last May, our team wanted to find a way that we could not only be impactful for our campus, but also the community, and that's where it all started. And so when Dr. Davis, myself, we reached out to the Alabama Department of Health as well as to the Montgomery Housing Authority, saying we wanted to provide individuals that otherwise would not have the necessary access to testing. That began a relationship that we had with the Alabama Department of Health. And so we've been doing that for the last 10 months.
And why did it take so long?
I'm sorry?
Why did it take so long?
What takes so long?
If you started back in May.
No, we started testing back in May. Yeah, we've been testing the whole, and listen, we can only move as fast as the vaccine has been created, right? And so I think that when we saw another need within the community, because we have been, we were designated, I guess, some 4 weeks ago, or as we were selected as an administrative site for the vaccine, we began our process. But then when you looked across the community to see what was happening with our our public schools in general, and again, as a former public school employee, knowing the critical need for students to be back in the classroom, but the only way that we can do that is to safely reopen institutions, then we thought that it would be we would have a major impact by trying to find a way to partner to get our public employees vaccinated. And so working with the Department of Health, and of course you've been keeping up with the news in terms of what vaccine has come and what hasn't, once they received it, then we figured that we could forge this partnership. And we weren't going to do it until we had the vaccine. Okay?
You have another question?
Dr. Moore. 800 employees on Thursday. Obviously, you have much more than that. I think you just mentioned 4,500. When will the rest of your 3,600 or so get their vaccinations?
Well, many of our employees have already taken advantage of the opportunity to get their injection someplace else. But we've never had, in all this process, a designated time for a number of our employees to go and get their injection specifically for them. So this is the first opportunity we've had for that. So we're not saying that all 4,500 of them have not had it yet, but we know with this additional 800 that we will be able to say, if you really, really want it, you want to take advantage of that opportunity, here's where you can go on Thursday.
And this will be the first shot on Thursday for these 800 coming.
Yes.
Is there a second shot scheduled?
Yes.
Do we have a date on that?
We don't, but we will be working with our health officer here at the university. And as you come through the line and get your first injection, they give you a card and tell you when to return for the second one.
And this may be a question for Dr. Davis, I'm not sure, but what do you say to those employees who may be a little bit reluctant to get that shot for whatever reason? They may be fearful.
Well, I'll let Dr. Davis answer that question, but I'll also say to my folks at MPS, this is the opportunity for you to take advantage of. We can't make you, but we want to give you that opportunity.
Show them the card.
Yes, so the first vaccine will be given on Thursday. They will receive their second vaccine at this site as well, and it will be 21 days later from the initial vaccine. I say to anyone who has hesitancy about the vaccine that this is the opportunity for you to make a difference as an individual and for you to make a difference collectively in the community. Because taking the vaccine is not only a huge step for the individual, it's a step for our community. And together is where we make a difference. The vaccine has much research that can be read by any individual on the vaccine, the Pfizer vaccine or the Moderna vaccine, and it is safe for us to take the vaccine. So with that being said, I just urge everyone to look at, again, making an individual step and a collective step so that we can be safer together.
Any other questions? Now's your time.
I just have one last
That's fine.
question, but Dr. Moore, percentage-wise, how many of your employees overall have been vaccinated if you were to include this 800 coming on Thursday? By Thursday afternoon, what percentage of your employees will have received at least the first shot?
Yeah, well, that is difficult for me to say because we're not able to track individuals who have actually gone on their own to get the vaccine. But if we take advantage of the 800, you can see that's less than probably a fifth of our employees. But we know that in combination with other areas that this is definitely going to be a benefit to us and to our employees.
And I just want to add to that as long as we are supplied with vaccine by the Alabama Department of Public Health, we will continue to be a vaccine administration site and help fill the need for vaccine in our community. So we will continue to supply Montgomery Public School System with the vaccine as long as we're able to receive the vaccine.